Venturing into abandoned buildings alone at night can be terrifying, but what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing abandoned building encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into abandoned buildings ever again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This next clip shows 3 teens as they venture into an abandoned house, drawn by its eerie and unsettling atmosphere. But the moment they gain access and begin to explore, they're met with a chilling sight. Walls covered in disturbing satanic symbols and cryptic graffiti. A foul, almost unbearable stench hangs in the air, seeping from the basement below. Despite the overwhelming sense that something is wrong, curiosity pushes the boys forward, and they make the decision to venture downstairs. What they find down there is something far worse than they could have ever imagined.
Guys, we need to go. I gotta puke.
Whoa. Dude, you okay?
As they descend further into the dark cellar, the boys are met with a sight that stops them dead in their tracks. Dozens of dolls hanging from the ceiling, their necks tied with nooses. The sight is chilling, but the smell in the air is unbearable, so much that one of the teens vomits from the overwhelming odor. Horrified and disgusted, the boys want nothing more than to escape this nightmarish basement. But just as they turn to leave, something totally unexpected happens.
Do you hear that? Oh my God! Go! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, the police are open. Okay, you gotta go. The door's locked.
Get open!
There's scratches. Go! What's happening?
Get off!
What's going on? Hang on. What's John? What? Dude. Okay. Did you hear that? Fuck. Oh my God. Oh shit. Who is it? Who is it? John. Oh my God. Go! I don't know, where are we?
2 of the boys manage to flee the house in sheer panic, escaping the terrifying scene they just witnessed. But as you may have noticed in the recording, one of them is left behind inside. His frantic screams echo through the house.
Help!
What's happening?
Get off!
What's going on? Hang on. What's John?
As he struggles with an unprecedented force, his voice filled with terror. The other 2 boys, desperate to help, are already outside, but the fear is too much. Eventually, the boy does manage to escape the house, but when asked about what happened inside, he refuses to speak.
John.
Oh, leave me alone. Dude, shut the camera!
Shaking and too traumatized to share the details of what he encountered in the dark corners of that house. The 3 boys drove off, away from the terrifying abandoned house, processing the fear and confusion of what they had just witnessed with their hearts still racing from the horrifying experience they had just endured. The eerie feeling that had gripped them in that house seemed to cling to them, lingering in the air. They had escaped, but the horror they experienced that night will haunt them forever. And the mystery of what truly happened inside remains unsolved. Some things are better left unexplored, and for these 3 teens, their adventure in that house became a harsh reminder of just how dark and dangerous the unknown can be. Already feeling uneasy? Hold on tight as we head straight into the next creepy encounter. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 150,000 subscribers, and when we do, 3 lucky fans will win a free item of their choice from our merch store. Right now, 73.6% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So, don't miss out. Subscribe, and let's get back to the video. This is Tom, known for his passion of exploring the unknown and sharing his adventures on his YouTube channel, TP Urbex. Tom thrives on the thrill of uncovering the decay of long-abandoned buildings, each one telling its own unique story. No two locations are the same, making every exploration an exciting new adventure. In this particular video, Tom and his friend David set out to explore a massive, unoccupied high school in the suburbs of Gary, Indiana. Once a bustling educational institution, the building served as a high school until the late 90s before becoming a charter school for a few years. Eventually, due to budget constraints, it was forced to close its doors for good. Now, left to time and neglect, the building stands as a decaying relic of the past. It's January 9th, 2024. The two friends step inside, eager to take in the eerie yet fascinating atmosphere. The vast empty hallways stretch out before them, filled with broken lockers, scattered papers, and remnants of a place that once echoed with student life. Despite the unsettling silence, Tom and David are excited to explore, completely unaware of the situation they're about to walk into.
Coming up the hallway, shoulder pads just leads to a closet of all the football equipment. All these shoulder pads they just left behind. It's really cool. The buckle has rust. This looks like they're old dirty laundry. Alright, so we just made it into the pool. And there's another one over there with a diving board. This is where the spectators would be though. It's really cool to see. There's still water in the pool. Over there, there's still a scoreboard up too. And then you can see the lifeguard stuff they left in the pool, floating in that disgusting water. Over on this side, the bigger pool. See all that stuff they left in there. This side was 5 feet. I don't know how deep it actually went fully, but it's definitely very big. Got some lockers in this hallway. They're super rusted out. A random little piano in this hallway. It really wants to work. An old ironing board just random in the hallway with a suspicious looking stain.
Startled by the sheer size of the school, Tom and David move cautiously from room to room, taking in the eerie stillness that fills the air. Despite its abandonment, the building is surprisingly intact, with old desks, chairs, and scattered lesson plans frozen in time. The two friends are so focused on admiring the school's state of preservation that they let their guard down. And then, just as they least expected it, the worst possible scenario becomes reality.
So we just came down to the actual auditorium. This place is massive. The red seats are really cool. There's just rows on rows of these red seats. Then a second level up there too. The seats are actually in really nice condition for how the rest of the school looks. Looks like some kids got in here and were throwing some stuff from the balcony area. Oh, hey, what's up, man? You want us to get on out of here? Hey, we'll leave, bro. We'll leave, all right? Let's go. Let's go. Just get out of any door. This door right here. You sure? Let's go. Yo, let's go. Let's go. What the f? Yo, he pulled up on me, bro. He wasn't saying it.
At first, Tom and David can hardly believe what they've just come face to face with. Standing in the dimly lit hallway is a man, his expression unreadable, his posture tense. For a brief moment, the two friends are frozen, trying to process the situation. Their first instinct is to slowly back away, not wanting to get any closer to this unsettling figure. But then, without warning, the man lunges forward, breaking into a full sprint toward them. And that's when they notice it. In his hand, he grips a large metal pipe. Without a second thought, Tom and David start to run for their lives, their footsteps echoing through the hollow halls of the abandoned school. The man is relentless, chasing them through the big corridors until they finally burst through the exit, lungs burning and hearts pounding. But even then, they don't stop. Not until they are far enough away, the school a distant shadow behind them, and the man nowhere in sight. Shaking and gasping for breath, they realize just how close they came to real danger. This was an encounter they would never forget, one that made them rethink the risks they take when stepping into the unknown world of abandoned buildings. And with that in mind, let's head into the next disturbing camping encounter. This next clip comes from the YouTube channel Franco TV, a name you may already recognize for its daring explorations. Frank is known for taking his viewers on chilling adventures to some of the most eerie and unsettling locations, diving deep into places where the supernatural and the unknown seem to collide. With a fearless approach and relentless curiosity, Frank pushes the boundaries of exploration, determined to uncover the mysteries that blur the line between the living and the dead. But in this particular clip, he stumbles upon something that even he wasn't prepared for, something so disturbing that it sends a shiver down his spine. It's the 1st of March, 2023. Frank is on another adventure, doing what he loves most. And as he ventures through the abandoned building, an eerie stillness lingers in the air, making every step feel heavier. But despite the unsettling atmosphere, everything seems relatively normal for a place left to decay, until, suddenly, he stumbles upon something that stops him dead in his tracks.
I am exploring an abandoned location here, and you're not going to believe what I just found. I don't know if I should say anything just yet, but look.
As Frank cautiously peeks around the corner of one of the many rooms in the building, his eyes widen in shock. Flowers, carefully arranged, sit beside what appears to be a coffin. His heart pounds as he tries to process what he's looking at. Pulling himself together, he steps closer, hoping, praying, that whatever is inside isn't as horrifying as the thought creeping into his mind. But as he leans in for a better look, his worst fears are confirmed. For a moment, he stands frozen in disbelief, struggling to comprehend the eerie reality before him. But despite every instinct telling him to turn away, his curiosity pushes him to take a closer look.
I'm just kidding. It's not real. Working on a location, but this actually had me fooled for a second. It looks so hyper realistic. I figured you guys would like this, but yeah, wish me luck.
To his relief, the figure in the coffin wasn't real. Frank could finally let out the breath he had been holding, though his heart was still racing from the initial shock. But even though he wasn't dealing with an actual body, the eerie setup, the real coffin, the carefully placed flowers, only made the situation more unsettling. The strange scene left an uneasy feeling lingering in his mind, and even though he could laugh about it afterwards, reliving and filming the moment only reinforced the intensity of what he had just experienced. This encounter may not have been as horrifying as it first seemed, but it was one that would stay with him for a long time. Luckily, this story ended well, but prepare yourself for the next one, as it's going to take a completely different turn. This next video comes from the YouTube channel The Dog Vlogs. where Dustin, an urban explorer, has been sharing his daring adventures for the past 7 years, taking his viewers along as he explores some of the creepiest and most breathtaking abandoned locations. In this clip, Dustin and his 2 friends, Carlo and Ethan, embark on another adventure, returning to an abandoned house where Ethan had a terrifying experience during his last visit. He had come across a deadly booby trap that almost hit him, an experience that could have ended much worse. Despite this dangerous encounter, their curiosity gets the best of them. The friends decide to go back, eager to see if the trap is still there, and more importantly, to uncover whether there are more traps hidden throughout the house, and why someone would set them in the first place. It's January 12th, 2020. Dustin, Carlo, and Ethan arrive at the house, and as they step inside, they move with extreme caution, knowing that at any moment they could stumble upon another deadly surprise.
Alright guys, I'm gonna step in first. I'm really kind of sketched. There's one of them, and there's the knife up there that I'm pointing at right now. The water's off. What is this?
Where's that wire go to? It's broken.
It's broken. Somebody might have gotten rid of the booby traps.
Here.
That knife is sketch, dude.
Careful. Oh,
To their surprise, the hanging knife from last time is still there, exactly as it was when Ethan narrowly avoided getting stabbed. The realization sends chills down their spines. Whoever set this up clearly never returned to remove it. Adding to their unease, they notice more fishing lines placed in odd locations, making them question even more who would go through the trouble of setting up such dangerous traps, and why. Filled with both amazement and unease, they take a closer look at the eerie hanging knife, trying to make sense of its unsettling presence.
This is scary, guys.
Yeah, what does that mean, guys?
Oh my god. Look at this.
And last time I was here, I actually almost died because of this right here. See this knife right here?
It was booby traps, so when you opened the door, this swung down at you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm gonna peek up, guys, and try to make sure there's no other.
Careful in here.
I'm kind of scared to step in here, guys.
Bro, I don't even know if I would. Oh my god. We shouldn't even...
They even put a hook there, dude. It's on the old cane. And then there's the wire
We can't leave this hanging.
that used to hold that up.
Whole thing of wire on the fishing wire on the floor.
Yeah, that's what they were using to keep it up.
This is what Ethan encountered when he was in here. This almost hit him in the head. So
That's crazy, and they had it fish lined, so when you open the door, it came down like this. Can you imagine that?
damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That's so scary. Look at that, Ethan.
Let it go.
done.
Like, back up, guys.
Back out. Back out, Ethan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh my god.
That's what happened. No, that is what happened. I was right here. I walked up the side, and I must have stepped on the wire, and it literally was right here. It came down. It was right here. I remember hearing the noise and everything.
That's the moment your heart drops through your
and
gut.
I ran out.
And you second guess exploring at that point.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is crazy.
The 3 friends are in complete shock about this cruel setup, struggling to understand why someone would go to such lengths to create something so dangerous. The eerie atmosphere of the house only adds to their unease. Despite their discomfort, curiosity wins. Ethan, who never got the chance to see the rest of the building last time, since he left immediately after his near miss with the knife, agrees to continue exploring. With caution in every step, they venture deeper, unsure of what else they might find in this unsettling place.
I think it's a bird. I'm gonna go upstairs, guys. This is...
Be careful.
My heart's actually pounding, guys.
Because anything can happen at any point.
Yeah, like I could walk by this door and it could fly open. They're gun shit. Whoa. Look at the decay.
Oh my god.
This is crazy. Oh my god, fuzzy mold. There's a lot of mold there. Carpet's fuzzy. This is the coolest room, guys.
Yeah, this is my favorite room. I love the wallpaper.
It's so bizarre. It's cool though.
So they just shut the power on, the water off.
Look at this guy.
Save time and whatever.
The freaking vacuum cleaner is so cool. Vac Master repairs. 172 Bullock Drive, Markham. I wonder if that's still there. I have a feeling Vac Master is no longer a company, guys.
It could be.
Probably updated. Jet flow.
After exploring the rest of the house, luckily without encountering any more booby traps, their curiosity only grows stronger. So before calling it a day, they decide to return to the room with the knife for one last look.
Alright guys, I'm literally gonna go take this knife down because...
We've gone to stuff. There's no more booby trap at all.
Alright, I'm tearing this down. You guys want this iconic moment? I'm about to tear this thing down, guys.
Let's do it. I want this thing gone.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright guys, I don't vandalize or nothing, but we've all come to the agreement. This thing needs to come down before another explorer comes in. There. Alright.
It's attached to the wall, so we didn't.
Nobody could come in and hurt themselves, and nobody's gonna be able to do it again.
It's for the best.
As of right now,
Insane.
it's clear 100% of all booby traps.
Hey.
It's drugs.
Yo.
It's drugs.
Why is there bags of here?
I don't know. I don't want to touch it.
No.
I kind of went away from it.
You
You guys have fun with that.
wait. Is that what? Is that called?
That's why it's booby trapped. Holy I am freaking out right now.
So you're thinking
100%. 100%.
What is that? Is
It's a word you can't say on YouTube.
100%.
So you think that's why this was booby trapped right there?
Yeah, 100%.
So-
Why is this the only room that's booby trapped?
So then someone's coming back for this.
This is a hiding spot for somebody.
So I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
What the heck, dude?
Narcotics.
It is. It actually.
Oh my god, that's why it was trapped.
Oh my god.
No, we should get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
This discovery changed everything in an instant. A wave of vulnerability washed over them as they realized just how much danger they had unknowingly put themselves in. If someone had returned to retrieve it, the situation could have taken a much darker turn. Without a second thought, the group got out of the house as quickly as possible, grateful to escape unharmed. Once they were at a safe distance, they contacted the police, who launched an investigation into the house and this highly illegal finding. This adventure had taken a turn they never would have expected, forever changing the way they approach urban exploration. It was a harsh reminder that danger often lurks where you least expect it, and that some things, once found, are better left alone. Now let's take a look at the next chilling encounter clip that left viewers equally baffled. This next clip comes from the YouTube channel This Is Dan Bell, where Dan, a producer and filmmaker, shares a variety of content, from exploring eerie abandoned locations to showcasing his own film productions. With a passion for documenting the strange and forgotten, Dan takes his viewers along on his most intriguing adventures. In this particular video, Dan visits a creepy, abandoned 1950s motel known as the Shine Inn, located in Maryland, USA. Once a roadside staple, the motel was shut down in 2010 after the owner filed for bankruptcy. Now, left to decay, it holds many fascinating yet unsettling remnants of the past. And although Dan's goal was simply to capture some interesting footage, this exploration quickly took a totally different turn that he never saw coming. It's June 24th, 2015. Dan arrives at the crumbling motel, and even though the sun is still high in the sky, an undeniable eeriness lingers in the air. Brushing off his unease, he steps inside, unaware of what's waiting for him beyond those doors. Dan is amazed at how well preserved this place still is. He was expecting far more decay and destruction. Happily surprised, yet unable to shake off a slight sense of unease, he continues wandering through the building, taking in the eerie silence. Completely unaware of what awaits him later, he presses on, each step drawing him closer to an experience he won't soon forget.
Here's the attic area, which was a little unnerving. Very, very hot in here. It was probably 100 degrees in this attic.
Dan has almost explored this entire side of the building, and while he finds it fascinating to see how much has been left behind, an unsettling feeling starts creeping in. He can't quite put his finger on it, other than the stifling heat of the attic area. Trying to keep himself calm, he decides he's seen enough. A sense of unease is growing, and he picks up his pace, heading toward an exterior staircase for a quicker exit. But as he steps onto it, he quickly realizes that might not have been the best idea.
Oh my god. These are not sturdy at all. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, off of this deck. Oh my god, I almost fell. That was so scary. I was just walking out of here, and I heard two loud bangs coming from upstairs.
As if almost falling through the stairs was not shocking enough, Dan suddenly notices sounds coming from somewhere inside the building. Totally uncomfortable, he waits and listens cautiously while still trying to get himself out of this immense building, hoping that it would not come any more near to him.
you hear that? I can hear a door creaking, but I'm... Okay. Well, it's got to be the wind. I'm just going to check. Yeah, it's the wind. I hope. Maybe there was somebody in here with me, but I didn't see anybody. I went through the whole building. Oh man, it's so creepy.
Dan hopes with everything in him that the sudden noises are just the wind, but the thought unsettles him. There hadn't been any wind the whole time, so why would everything suddenly start squeaking and creaking now? The eerie noises send a chill down his spine, but he pushes forward, determined to get out safely. Step by step, he makes his way outside, his heart still racing. Finally, Dan manages to leave the building without encountering anyone, but the uneasy feeling lingers. Was he really alone in that immense decaying motel? Or was something, or someone, watching him from the shadows? These are questions he will never have to answer, and maybe that's for the best. And with that, let's head on to the last disturbing encounter that has been captured on camera. Meet Chris, the man behind the YouTube channel Urbex Hill, where he shares his thrilling adventures. Exploring some of the most bizarre and hauntingly abandoned places, each with its own rich and eerie history. No matter how unsettling the stories behind these locations may be, Chris never backs down. His passion lies in uncovering and documenting the mysteries hidden within these forgotten spaces. In this video, Chris sets out to explore an abandoned street, one of many within the infamous ghost town of Elderwood in East Cleveland, Ohio. Once a thriving and lively community, this neighborhood was forever changed by a devastating fire in the 1990s. On top of that, tax delinquency and years of neglect only worsened its downfall, leaving behind a desolate landscape of crumbling buildings and streets littered with debris, a place that now resembles a post-apocalyptic war zone. The eerie atmosphere of Elderwood has captured Chris's attention, and he is more than eager to uncover what remains of this once bustling neighborhood. It's May 29th, 2023. Chris has just arrived at this breathtaking yet unsettling scene. Filled with curiosity, he begins his exploration at the heart of the neighborhood, an abandoned church standing as a silent witness to the passage of time.
Wow. It's surprisingly not in too bad of shape, even though it's still in bad shape. Why is this organ propped up like this? Look at that. Yeah, that shit's holding it up. That's strange. This piano over here looks like it's in good shape. It's just knocked over. No. to. Well, look, it's a Yamaha. It was probably a really good piano at one point. Vandalism.
Chris is stunned by the sheer decay of the church. Its crumbling walls, shattered stained glass, and the eerie silence that fills the air. The entire place carries an unsettling energy, making him feel like he's stepping into a forgotten world frozen in time. But what unsettles him even more is the thought that he might not be alone. The idea of accidentally running into someone else, whether another explorer or someone using this abandoned area as shelter, sends a chill down his spine. Still, Chris refuses to let fear take over. His curiosity outweighs his discomfort, and with a deep breath, he pushes forward, determined to uncover the secrets hidden within these ruins.
Oh shit, look at that. The hole goes straight down to the basement. Yeah, this is dangerous. I have to be really careful walking on this stuff. That's sketchy. This floor is like really thin. I could probably easily fall through. I think somebody's up here. Sounds like bags. You hear that? Shit. Somebody's back here. I can hear him. Somebody's back here.
The strange sounds echoing through the empty halls of the church only intensify the unease Chris already felt. Each creak and shuffle sends a wave of tension through his body, making it clear that he might not be as alone as he hoped. Cautiously, he moves toward the source of the noise, his heart pounding with every step. The decaying wooden floor groans beneath his feet as he scans the darkened corners, trying to catch a glimpse of whatever, or whoever, might be lurking inside with him. On edge but determined, Chris steadies himself, ready to confront the unknown.
Maybe it was outside. That noise I was hearing.
Strangely, there's no one to be found. But Chris knew what he heard, and even though he feels a sense of relief, it also makes him even more uncomfortable, not knowing who or what was making the noises. Determined to find out if he was truly alone, he decides to head to the basement of the church, as that was the only place he had not checked yet. As he carefully descends the worn-out stairs, the air grows heavier, carrying a vapor, musty scent that only adds to the eerie atmosphere. He knows something is off, but he pushes forward, ready to uncover the mystery of this abandoned church.
This is like a homeless shelter haven. There's minimal water damage.
and tons of airflow. So I bet there's a lot of homeless people that come in here. Like, look at that. This is like a little fire pit they started. See a bunch of charcoal right here. It's a little sketchy. It's kind of creepy down here. Wow. God, it reeks down here. Sounded like talking. This is the entrance. It's not stopping pretty much anybody or anything from getting in this.
Luckily, Chris didn't face anyone inside, but that didn't ease his uncomfortable feeling. The eerie sounds inside the church still lingered in his mind as he stepped back outside into the decaying neighborhood. Having explored the entire church, he now sets his sights on the houses across the road. There was a possibility that the strange noises had come from one of them, and despite the unsettling atmosphere, his curiosity overpowered his fear. He presses on, brushing off the lingering anxiety of possibly walking into someone lurking in the shadows of these abandoned homes.
It's crazy looking. There couldn't possibly be someone living in there. But there might be because both doors are locked. That's super weird. That's super sketchy.
Chris has a strong feeling that there might be someone living in this decaying house, and every instinct in his body tells him not to go any further. The eerie silence mixed with the overwhelming stench of rot only adds to the unsettling atmosphere. But after taking a deep breath, he gathers his courage and carefully peeks inside. And it seems his feeling was more than right. His heart pounds as he realizes he really is not alone after all.
Somebody's behind that curtain, I bet. Hello? Excuse me, hello? Hello? Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. I learned my lesson before. Front door's locked. This door's locked.
And the only reason there's not a door locked on this end is because it has no door. And then you walk over here, fucking curtains. Yeah, somebody's in there. Hello?
Chris hears something rustling, and his eyes lock onto a curtain that is clearly hanging there to conceal whoever is inside. His curiosity screams at him to check behind it, but his instincts warn him otherwise. He knows that pushing his luck could put him in real danger. Choosing not to play with his own safety, Chris decides it's best to leave whoever, or whatever, is hiding there alone. He has seen enough for now, and makes his way out of the abandoned location. But something about this place lingers in his mind. He knows he isn't done with it yet, and feels an undeniable urge to return another day. Whether that's a good idea or not, only time will tell. Luckily, Chris managed to leave safely this time, but he is far from satisfied. With so many unanswered questions, this eerie neighborhood is a mystery that continues to pull him back. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.